All right, today we're gabbing with Ana Quincoces and Ace Fanning of Reality Court, part of my Herdat family. I had the pleasure of being on their show a couple months ago. We're finally repaying the favor over here. I'm thrilled to have you guys over here. How's it going?
Everything's great. I'm so glad you said my name first.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the little things that make me happy.
Okay, here's the thing.
Reverse alphabetical.
Yeah, it totally makes sense because here's the thing. He knows that you have such an ego and he wanted to like stroke that. And he was like, listen, Ace is so humble. He's so humble. I don't need to say his
He
name
may
first.
think I have an ego, but he doesn't know that you are, your mental limitations make you
okay.
very, very, you have
Sensitive.
to like coddle him. Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to coddle him. He just
Yes.
needs it.
Yeah.
And he admits it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's fine. Yeah.
Ace, what do we sense? What's making you most sensitive these days?
Oh God, everything.
Everything.
I know. You know what? This week, do you know why I'm wearing a hat right now? Because earlier this week, Anna commented about my receding hairline, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't let my hair just. And this hat looks
Okay.
terrible on me. I look.
I like the hat, the pickleball club. I like it.
Yeah, and did you see, where in the fuck has he ever been to Pepperdine?
No, I bought this because I love when smart people are like, you went to Pepperdine. It's like,
Right?
yeah.
I know. It's so funny. I'm like, I've never seen that one. If you have a second to listen to today's episode, the cold open is just him complaining about his hairline, but he can talk about it.
I think
can't.
the hairline looks. I think the hairline looks good.
Well, Gibson,
His hair is looking good.
I'm on the
Yeah.
hymns right now.
Does it work?
good.
Does that work?
Oh, dude, it's insane.
Okay.
It works so. I mean, not to just give out a free shout out to hymns, but like
Right. Not sponsored.
it.
Not
fucking
sponsored,
works.
but sponsor
Herdat,
us.
maybe. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Why doesn't Herdat?
exactly.
Yeah, try and get us a deal so I don't have to pay for my hymns.
There we go.
Because Pat is so fucking lazy.
We love you, Pat. We love
We
Oh
love
my
you, Pat, but we're all going iHeart.
Gibson, here's the thing: you have people on your podcast, and you're always like, "How are you guys?" But how are you? How are you, Daddy?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that is so. See, okay, and I don't know if you know this, but Ace will DM me a lot, just calling me Daddy. Like
Yeah.
anytime I post a picture of myself, it's always Daddy, Daddy, Daddy.
Do you
So
see his like thirst traps though?
He does.
They're
Because
working,
he's
clearly.
like he's ripped like
so
Jesus.
funny because like I don't know, like I feel like before I met Gibson, like I feel like I knew who you were, but it was like I don't know. I expected you to play like tennis, and now
I
it's
I do play tennis.
that doesn't. Okay, well that
course he
fits, but,
plays
like
tennis.
I didn't expect
And
you to
lacrosse.
be like a
Used to.
hot
sister.
tennis player.
Got
You know
it.
what I mean? Like there's
Okay,
different
well,
kinds
thank
of
you.
tennis player, and I was like, oh wow, like when he wears his little tank tops, I'm like, okay, wow.
No, he does look good.
Wow.
Plus, Ace is
Yeah.
very eager to have a male friend.
Yes.
So could you be his friend or pretend to be his friend? It's very important to him.
As long, I wish he didn't live in Arizona, but you know,
No.
it is.
No, I mean, even if you just throw him a bone every once in a while, a like, a like here and there,
Okay.
anything.
I would say a
anything.
private photo. Okay, just a like.
Yeah, a
That's all it
private
takes.
photo, perfect.
A like is all it
Private
takes.
photo's fine, but a like
Okay.
is good, especially like if it's a like and you go, ha ha ha, like it's really funny what you did. He's very funny, but he doesn't realize how funny he is, so he needs constant.
Sure.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But there's a low bar to really kind of fulfilling that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Super
Okay.
low.
Okay.
Okay, Gibson, I'll be at the grocery store and like the cashier is like, oh, like hope you have a good day, and I'm like, can you not try to fuck me right here, right now? Like,
Yeah, like
my
please.
wife is right here.
I can't. Oh my God, you too. Well, for everybody listening, Reality Court, this is the amazing rapport that these two have. So I check it out. I want to start with you guys with the biggest news of the week, which is that Jax Taylor is quote unquote stepping away from the Valley after season 2 ends before season 3.
After many discussions with his team.
Yes, exactly. Tell me your immediate reactions.
I think this is probably gonna be a controversial take, but I'm like, y'all are gonna regret this. You said you wanted Tamara gone, and then she left, and the show sucked, and then you were like, bring Tamara back. Like, I understand that he is toxic, he's terrible. There's no redeeming qualities about him. He's everything bad in the entire world that you could be. But like, that's good TV, isn't it?
I'm putting powder. Sorry.
For
I
me,
felt
it's
shiny.
for me, it's like I I don't like watching anymore, so I'm good. I'm good with him leaving. Like, I totally get what you're saying in terms of like respect the villains. Like, we can't be scaring off the people who are the villains on every single show. Like, that's
Yeah.
they can't be like reacting to the fans demanding. Like, for example, I don't think like I need Janet there still because she is like she's a lot of drama stems from her. You know, you don't have to like her, but I think you can appreciate that she like is kind of involved in a lot and she's a shit stirrer. But like, and at Tamra, I'm so glad she's still there. Like Jax, though, to me is like sort of on the other side of the line where I'm like, I don't want to watch you. Yeah, you threw a coffee table and hit somebody. I'm good.
Yeah.
But like, and there's enough darkness on the valley to go around.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I appreciate you for saying that about Janet because
I know he stands Janet.
No, I don't stand her, but I'm like, listen, if we don't have Janet, like everyone's getting along too much. I agree. I like her as a person. I don't want to hang out with her.
There's a difference. There's a difference between appreciating somebody on your team for being on the show and what they bring to the show versus liking them. You don't have to like that person. That's the whole point, I think, of reality TV is to like have somebody be divisive and them being a lightning rod. Anna, what was your reaction to the Jax of it all?
I'm glad that he's gone, but you know, I Ace always makes this distinction about, you know, somebody on reality TV and then somebody that he would like want in his life. You know what I'm saying? There are people, first of all, he's always saying, I hate this one, I hate that one. But that just means that he doesn't want to hang around them personally, but he loves them on TV. But I think Jax has gone too far. I think once you've been on too long, something happens and you just start, I don't know, rotting from the inside out. I disagree about Tamra. I think everybody wanted Tamra back. Tamra came back, but now it's tough to watch Tamra. It's too much, you know? It's like she's always attacking people. She was attacking Gretchen for her like hair, you know. I don't know. I don't like that. And so I'm done with Jax, but I'm also done with Tamra.
So, but like devil's advocate, you don't think that Tamra reinvigorated the show? Do you think
she did?
Yeah,
she did.
So without her, what does it look like?
She's gone too far.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know because I don't really like Katie either, and Ace would die for Gertie. I mean, not Gertie. Katie.
I wouldn't. I would die for Katie. I would lay my life down for this woman.
Can you explain that?
Yes, please explain it.
Here's the thing about Katie is, well, number one, especially like when you hate somebody, it makes you like the person that hates them more. So like right now, I hate Emily because she's acting like Katie did something so horrible. She talked about her children. She did it like, but I'm like, do you not remember what you brought up at the reunion? Like you took this woman's darkest time. Yeah. You threw it in her face in front of everybody. And now you're like, I can't believe that you went out there and you said that my babysitter said that my kids said that I said that Heather Dubrow was mean. It's reality TV. Like that's the worst thing that you have to be said.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's like Lisa still being pissed off at me because I told her she was hooked on phonics back in 2013. Like to this day, she brings it up.
Yeah.
Does she?
She does, but she's like nice to me.
But she still brings it up.
But she'll say, "Remember when you said I was hooked on phonics?" I'm like, "Yeah, Lisa, that's the worst thing I've ever said about you." You know, suddenly everybody thinks you're a narcissist. So let's like relax. I think that you know, on our podcast, I said I like Emily, that I was on Emily's side, and then I got some shit for it. But you know, there's a little bit of dementia going on here, and I had really forgotten.
She loves a back pedal. She loves the back pedal.
Oh my God, Ace.
No, Anna. She was like, no, Emily's so right. Emily's so perfect. Katie's
I didn't say right. I like Emily.
And then people go for her in the comments and she's like, oh my God, guys, I totally forgot. Blame it on my dementia.
What did you forget about? What did you forget about?
I forgot about how horrible it was that Emily brought up all. I mean, that's really off limits kind of stuff. But also Ace is like, he's big on the enemy of my, the enemy of my enemy is my friend too. And that's not always, there's some guy behind you.
I told Ace there's construction on my roof, so there's people going up and down the scaffolding outside the windows.
That's so cool.
No, I agree. Emily, it's like, it's so layered with her too, because I feel like the reason why she really has the issue about repeating what her kids said that she said about Heather. It's like, because she wants to be liked by Heather so much. And it's like,
Right.
now she's finally fully in with Heather. Like, Emily's kind of the new Gina. Like, Heather's bringing her gifts to dinner, and she's been accepted as part of the Cool Girls Club, and she doesn't want to lose that ticket. And so
Right.
I think that's why really she's mad at this, and she's letting it all out on Katie. And I also think that she's letting out some of her frustrations on the situation with her son and trying to figure that all out. It's very emotional.
Yes.
And she's
I think,
she's
right,
letting
that's-
that out onto Katie, and it's not fair,
No,
And
it's
don't
not
you
fair.
think it's wild too that like you're saying do not talk about my children on TV, and now her main storyline so far is talking about
Right.
a situation with her child, which I understand. She's advocating, she's bringing
Yeah, of
awareness to
course.
something. But then if you're going to do that and you're going to talk about your kid, you can't be mad that somebody said, "Oh my God, it was so funny. I heard that your kid said that Heather's mean to you." Okay.
Yeah, she wants it both ways. Emily does.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't know what the big thing is. Like, I try to put myself in a situation, like if I were on that show, I know Ace, they would never put me on the show. If they would put me on that show, that I would not care to be friends with Heather.
No.
Why?
Not even a little bit. Well, because there's like a queen bee thing that I just
there is.
don't want to give her. I don't need to kind of give her more ammunition to feel that way. She is just certain that she is like upper echelon and everyone is below her, and it's like, nah, I'd ignore the shit out of her.
Well, I think that also plays into why Katie was so divisive last season, is because
Right.
she didn't bow at the altar of Heather Dubrow last year, and
That's why I like her.
right. She dared to
Right.
kind of go against the grain. Yeah. Oh, did you like the OC premiere? Because I feel like it's been a little bit divisive now that I've talked. I really enjoyed it, but some people, there's a lot of blogger drama already. Like, there's a lot of that kind of interacting with the fan
Yeah.
pages, kind of like they do in Salt Lake City. What did you guys think of it overall?
I saw Kate Casey say, "Can we please stop calling them bloggers?" 'Cause there's
Yeah,
no
I know.
there's no blogs anymore. And I'm like, that is so true. Like,
It's true.
Call them podcasters, Instagrammers, whatever, but it's just so funny.
But what about Reality Blurb and Reality T? They post stuff on their Instagram, but they write a blog.
Okay, that's
true.
fine.
Don't you
but-
ever get a Google alert?
Yeah, I get Google alerts about me all the time for sure. I loved the premiere. But I'm one of those
did too.
people, like, you give me a Housewives, you could give me Real Housewives of Ohio, and I'm still like injecting
Yeah,
it into my
totally.
brain. I don't care.
Yeah. But it just, there's something about it that gives like a little bit old school, even though they are doing a lot of the podcaster drama, whatever. Like, it's sort of just like we replaced Page Six and the press with these Instagram accounts, basically. And it's still the
Yeah.
same.
Right.
It's hitting the same way, I guess,
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
So-
funny because when I was on, we didn't have social media. We just had Twitter. So everything played out on TV. Now we see half of it playing out on TV, and then we go to the post-game highlights on social media. And so social media has become its own show. And that's
Yeah.
when they get really nasty.
Definitely. I mean, I remember the Twitter stuff from back in the day on Miami, which was like, it's so direct too. It's very
It
like,
was so direct.
you had 120 characters, and that's all you had to really let it be known. And now, yeah, you're right. Now it's so much more. Okay, I want to get into Miami. This past episode, it's just, I think it's firing on all cylinders. Anna, what do you make of season 7 so far?
I'm enjoying it. We're having a lot of fun recapping it. For me, it's a little bit different because I know the people, and I think that I just see it from a different perspective. And I really, full transparency, really dislike the producers. So it's weird because I like the show. I think the show is great, but I don't like them. So I sometimes can't keep that separate in my mind.
Why don't you like them?
Oh, because
Is it
they're
too
just,
deep? Okay.
No, they're dirty. Like and I have no problem saying this. Like they'll do a bunch of shit to make people look bad. They edit. I know that they all do that, but here there is no limit to what they will do. And if they like you, then it's great. They will give you the best edit. And I don't even know why I agreed to go on last season for even a second, because I knew what they were going to do. you know? And I even talked to them. I said, remember what you guys did to me at the reunion? You're not going to do that to me again, because they forgot to get a signed release from me. So after the whole thing happened, I was like, maybe I shouldn't sign the release. They can't use any of it. But it was kind of like the most exciting thing that had happened that season, and then it flopped because they left me there silent. And so I'm holding a horrible grudge because they fooled me twice. And that just means I'm an asshole, but yeah, they fooled me twice. But the show is great. And the show is great. They're talking about Shakira coming to the show next season.
Is that real?
Yeah.
What?
I think it's real. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's she connected to?
Oh, I don't know, but Alexia will say she's connected to her because she used to work at the magazine, or her husband had a magazine.
Oh, sure.
Anybody that's a Latin star, like when it was going to be Paulina Rubio or whatever, she's going to say that she's BFFs with her. It's fine. You know, I would love Shakira on the show. I think people are realizing that this is a real big platform, and so it could only help, you know. I just don't know that Shakira needs the help.
I don't think she does.
No. But this show, like, when people watch it initially, like, it's not having high ratings, but then a week later they have 1.5 million viewers, and that's because in Miami everybody does things on Cuban time. You know, I'm not going to watch when you tell me. I'm going to watch when I want to watch, and I'm telling you that's what it is. That's what it is.
That's a great way of putting it. That's hilarious.
But I do love it. I do love the show. Yeah, I think that show is going to be so explosive. Gib, the like things that are going to come out that you
from
have
this
no
season.
idea.
From this season.
Well, yeah, because of the new girl.
Because of the new girl.
Because all that glitters is not gold there. That's all I'm going to say.
So do you know Stephanie?
I knew him because I spent years as a real estate lawyer, and I did closings for him, and he's well known in Miami, and yeah.
I saw you posted about you guys posted some old pictures of her, like as like a bottle girl or something. So are you going to like spill some of the tea on Reality Court?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but only
she wants all her ducks in a line first.
Yes, I do.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it.
I am reviewing depositions, and I am whatever. I will just right now. I'm just saying some of the things people are saying are incorrect. Like, she was never his wife's assistant, and she did work there, but like, it's what I was saying, that if you start with this little telephone game, then she can come out and 100% say, I was never the wife's assistant, and then she wouldn't be lying. So I think let's wait a little bit, and so I'm just gonna piecemeal it and really confirm things. Yeah.
We have to be careful because we're both obviously attorneys, and the bar could come and take us.
It's not only that.
You have a lot to lose.
Yeah.
When I started looking at like the docket, they are really big on filing defamation cases. I'm not afraid of a defamation case. I think it will come this season, but like, I'm certain of it. But I want it to be for something bigger.
Mm-hmm. Not just like a little claim, like the full enchilada kind of thing. Yeah. How do you guys think the plans for the season changed once Dr. Nicole dropped out? Because I just had a quick interview with Stephanie last week, and I was like, what she told me that when she signed on, she thought Nicole was going to be on the show. So clearly, so clearly it was going to be billed as like this Nicole, and like Nicole's husband's ex was going to come on. Who knows if it would have played out, but like, how do you think the plan sort of changed with that last minute Nicole dropout?
I don't think, I think that production thinks it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, but it's not. Also, the relationship that Stephanie had with Anthony was 20 years ago. It wasn't a significant relationship. It wasn't a big deal. And Nicole, I spoke to Nicole 3 days ago. She doesn't care about that at all. And she, I said, would you really come back? And she said, I'm not saying that I would. I'm just not going to say that I won't, But yeah. Stephanie seems to think they'd be a dynamic duo.
She keeps saying that, but I don't know.
I don't think so either. I think they would butt heads tremendously. But Nicole told me that, they filmed together, or I don't know if they filmed together or they went to somebody's birthday. I think it was Gertie's birthday or something. Okay. and they were there. They took a picture together. I'm sure you saw that. And she said, and I thought she was very nice, and I've never met her.
Okay.
But Nicole always takes the high road, so who knows what she really feels about it.
What about Nicole saying that somebody had her followed?
No, that's 100% true.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, allegedly 100% true.
Okay. Okay.
The thing is, stop laughing, Ace. The thing is that she's so capable of that. And we're talking about Marisol, by the way. Let's not even pretend it's anybody else. She is so invested in this show, like nobody else. She is closer to production than anybody else. And so more than anything in life, she wants to be made a full-time housewife. And yes, she will go out and look for dirt on people that could potentially affect their status on the show and then move her up. That's all she's trying to do. And then, maybe you can't blame her for that, but like she did. I mean, yeah.
And what's your last question is what's your impression of why they don't do that for Marisol and Adriana and Kiki?
I mean, I think they are heading in the direction to doing that for Kiki, because they're giving her a lot of solo stuff, and she's very funny. She's just very dynamic. She has this older son and a little girl, and the relationship with the father. And it's really interesting to take a peek into just even the culture, the father that seems to be like a womanizer and all this stuff.
Yeah, totally.
And how she manages that, and that's interesting. We talked about this too, Ace and I, that Adriana's just too mysterious. We don't know.
We don't know anything about her life.
How does Adriana
really
even support herself,
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. And
this past episode, they showed her like studying, and I was like, I don't even know what you're studying for.
Right.
Right.
Well, she has a couple of, she's very proud of her ability to speak 5 languages. She is very smart. And, she's done some courses at Harvard and, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's, yes, always trying to learn more. I think Marisol, without Elsa, I don't think that Marisol would have been a housewife but for Elsa. Then she's no longer in PR. And so she facilitates a lot of things for the producers. So, I think my understanding is the way that this works is that, Bravo will greenlight a show, give the producers a bunch of money, and then say, you distribute it any way you see fit. And so within that will come like location fees and things that they have to pay. Well, she takes care of all that, and particularly before, when she had all these connections.
Right.
She gets them a lot of
like free
perks.
Filming. Right. Totally. Got
Absolutely.
it. That makes sense.
And
that makes
so that's why they keep her. Why she's not a full-time housewife? Because she doesn't really have enough of a storyline. She is just Alexia's lady in waiting. You know what I mean? She is the filter by which Alexia understands everything. And Alexia, I think, is a great housewife. She would be so much better without Marisol. She's a nicer person without Marisol. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Ace, earlier you said you would die for Katie, but you would not die for Gertie. You had to slip up. What's your opinion on Gertie and that whole situation with Julia, all that?
Really quick, I have to come on here and I have to say that I would give my left testicle for Kiki to be a full-time housewife.
Same.
I love this woman. It's not even. Yeah, take them both. Take the whole shaft. Take whatever you need. I would do anything to just get a hug from this woman. Number one, I am extremely sexually attracted to her. Number two, she's so funny. Nobody on this show on Miami is funny. Like they're petty. They're all this stuff. No one really brings a whole lot of humor except for Kiki. Like she's giving funny in her confessionals. She's shady. Like she's everything that a housewife should be. And she's stunning to look at. Why is she not? Like, I get very worked up about it. It makes me very emotional.
Yeah. Well, I think it's been this really slow build with her. And like, I've heard that like they're at a certain point, they actually weren't going to sort of lean into Kiki, but somebody like she just had these couple of moments where you couldn't deny them. You know what I mean? And like the fans basically universally like her. She has this, as Anna, you said, she has this story that's like there's probably so much more to it that we have not heard because they've had to give like very top level versions of it. And her getting a mojito would be this like universally celebrated moment.
Right.
Honestly.
And they're building it up.
Totally. It has to happen next season.
I think they're doing it. I think Bravo's being very cautious too, because some things haven't worked out in other franchises. And
For sure.
I think that they're trying to do this stuff little by little. So, they said that the show is greenlit for next season. And, we don't know if that's true. I hope it's true. But that doesn't mean that cast decisions have been made.
No, certainly not. There's a lot to go of this season. Totally.
Yeah. So Ace has his perfect, cast in mind for Miami.
Okay. But tell me about the Gertie.
Okay, so when it comes to Gertie, I think that I'm so disappointed by Gertie because when they first announced the show and it was like, here's the potential women, you go through, we all stalk their Instagram and stuff. And I was like, this is the one I'm going to put my money on. I was here for Gertie. I don't know why, but I felt like having this high-end party planner was going to be this like look into a whole other side of the world that we were going to get. Sure. We didn't get it. And then I feel like she's always self-producing. And she's somebody she loves to like hear herself, which again, like I'm a hypocrite because like I love to hear myself too.
Every housewife.
That's our job.
Every
right.
housewife.
Yeah.
But she does this thing where it's like it never feels genuine. Like when she's having fun with people, it feels like do you remember like in high school? Now I never went to a high school party. I've never been. So I was not cool enough to go to high school parties, but like you would see people and they'd be like, ooh, and it's like, you're not actually having fun.
It's for the photo kind of thing.
That's Gertie to me.
Right.
And I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Anna, do you agree?
No. I've changed on Gertie because I really began to understand Gertie. First of all, it would have been great to see the high-end party planner, but I'm sorry, cancer got in the way. You know what I'm saying?
Even like when we were starting the show, we saw like she did Alexia's wedding on a cruise boat.
Yeah.
Well, because not everybody is going to sign a release to have their, dream day on some, housewife show. It's not.
No, I get that, but I think that was probably production's draw with her too. Is like you're gonna get us access to other crazy names and stuff, and it never happened.
Look, I've always felt that Gertie was a little too over the top, and then I started seeing Gertie from a different lens. I try to put myself in her place. She was facing death. It's the kind of thing that you think like, I got to do everything. I want to leave a legacy. If not now, when? I want to be remembered. And like I've said, I know someone in particular that went to high school with her, and they tell me that that's how Gertie has always been. And I do think that in many ways because she's over the top, and yes, she does seem produced sometimes, but like there's scenes like when she was trying to mediate Larsa and Lisa, that was TV gold. That was just so funny. And then
never
also
gonna work.
Right.
But the problem with that is like, and it's not a problem, but like the thing with Gertie though is like she thinks like we're gonna watch that and be like, God, like I'm so grateful Gertie is so amazing at mediating. And it's like, no, we are laughing at you and the situation. I'm not like she doesn't even want to be laughed with. She wants us to come in and be like, did this girl go to like school to become a therapist or what? Because she did so amazing, and that's where
I think that is kind of true. Yeah,
that is the hallmark of Miami, though. Right. Miami is a show that you're laughing at, not laughing with. There is no way that you can't laugh at Adriana coming out and going, down under, I want to go down under. It's like that's all she said on that show. And then Larsa and Lisa talking over each other in this like ridiculous, no, you're a narcissist, no, you're a narcissist, And then Alexia being completely unself-aware of the fact that she's plays victim and is a huge narcissist. And then this guy from Melbourne, Australia, who has the unmitigated goal to say, all in all, this was a fantastic, or this was all went really well. And it's like
so productive.
It was a fucking disaster. And so, like, I think we laugh at all of them.
Yeah,
and
true.
Sometimes they're in on the joke, and sometimes they're not. But it's mostly, we're laughing at, not with, and that's okay too.
Totally. I feel like the thing that has really more endeared me to Gertie is the thing with Julia, where it's like I'm so not on Julia's side of the situation.
Oh my God,
I hate how she's handling it. She's talk about being inauthentic to me. Like she's become a different person through this whole experience. I'm like if you compare Julia now to Julia her first season, I'm like, she was an enigma. She was the goat lady who like brought you to our farm. Like she's not that person anymore. And like just the way that she's treated.
That she was that person, or do we think this is who she is? Like, do we think? Because I don't know what it is. I've had this recent turn of events where like I look at Julia and I look at Martina and I'm like, there's a darkness there. Like I used to think like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, don't get me started there. But like, I'm like, they're dark, like in a scary way.
See, I don't think Martina is I think Martina's really in love with Julia and will do anything for Julia. And like, that's it. You know, she fell in love with this. She wrapped her up in her, whatever it is, charm and everything else. And now she can't get out. And I thought Julia would have more seasons because Andy was so, I'm going to repeat the word, tickled pink.
Oh God.
That he had Martina on the show. But after the surrogate thing, I think the fall from grace was hard. It was a hard fall. That has to be.
I'm the first time Julia goes on Watch What Happens Live this season, I'm so curious to see how that goes.
Yeah.
Because I bet she won't.
I bet you think she won't be on. Really?
I bet he won't have her on.
Because she'll want to bring Martina and put her on the Oprah chairs and just, wow. That's
also, did anybody else feel wildly uncomfortable to see Martina with a diaper bag? I'm like, she's going to have her diaper bag on one side and her oxygen tank on the other. Like, it's just like that. I don't. That, you pack diapers for the kids, but also for you, Martina. Like, you're old.
Okay. Ace, you can call me old every day, but like, the thing is, look, Al Pacino just had another baby and he's 80. He may never be able to pick him up, but nobody's criticizing him, you know? Like
I would. I don't even know Al Pacino.
I think that it's very I don't know. I think it's very endearing that they adopted those boys. I don't think a lot of people adopt older children. I don't think, a lot of people will adopt two of them because they're brothers. I don't know. I'm
grateful they have such a strong male influence in their life. The FaceTime couple.
That was an interesting conversation. Yes, that was a very interesting conversation.
And she said that so genuine. She was like, like what male influence do they have? She's like, oh, they talk to my brother on
once
FaceTime.
A month.
Once a month. And
really that was wild. That was wild.
That's again, we're laughing at you.
Yeah.
Right.
The other thing that I was cracking up about this week, the end of the episode, the Lisa and Larsa sit down. Lisa storms out. She's yelling on the phone to Alexia, and there's the woman hiding in the stall who can't get out. And then we have Larsa doing her like selfies at the table and watching like Donald Trump reels on her phone. Like
I know.
It was one of I thought that was a perfect Housewives. The juxtaposition was so fucking good.
It really was.
Lisa,
the dichotomy, right, Ace?
Yes, I said the dichotomy of this thing, and then I just blew Anna away by using that word.
SAT word, baby.
Thank you.
So proud.
When it's like Lisa is crying her eyes out, and she's crying her eyes out because Larsa's telling her like, you are such a narcissist, you don't care about anybody else. She's crying, and Larsa's watching a video that's like, nautical fashions are totally in this season. I could not believe it. It was so beautiful. Like that's to me,
it was perfect. It was perfect. It was perfect.
It was really funny.
And it's so interesting watching Larsa argue with people because like that conversation was actually going well at the beginning. Like they were it came in pretty calm and they were talking about things. But then the minute that Lisa's like, no, we heard that you called the paparazzi on Marcus to catch him, whatever. That's when she's like, well, you're full of shit. And that's where she sort of unlocks and just says the meanest things possible. It takes like 1 second to sort of
it does
0 to 100. It's so fascinating to watch, and it happens every single time.
Don't you find it interesting too? Like Anna and I had this disagreement because I was like, early 2000s when we found out celebrities were doing coke, it was like, what? Like, oh, Lindsay Lohan immediately to rehab. But now it's like, okay, Marcus Jordan, like I would assume he does coke.
Right. But it's the seeing it. I mean, I've even shocked they put the photo on the show. I'm like, whoa.
I do too. I do too. I don't think they should have done that. I really don't. I know he did it, but out of respect for his father, the greatest basketball player of all time, I just don't. I wish they wouldn't have done it. I don't know.
I don't think Michael's too stressed about it. He's like, you're a fucking loser. Of course you are.
I'm curious what that relationship is like. What do you think about Lisa and Larsa? Is it just, it's good TV?
Yes.
Right?
It is good TV. I think Larsa likes to associate with herself with Lisa because she likes to date so young and she wants to be seen as the party girl, and she wants to, since she's kind of right in the middle between like the 40s and the ones that are like pushing 60, right? And she's 51. She wants to skew 40. And so she wants to be seen as the party girl, and they're in the same scene and all that. But Lisa herself said that they weren't really best friends for 15 years. I'm sure you saw
They were
that.
show friends. Yeah.
Yeah, they were. She put it up and then she took it down, but it's out there, and it is absolutely true. I remember I used to think, like, where did this like friendship come from? Like, she would see her when they would go out and stuff, but she said we did not start texting till the show came back. So,
and I totally believe all of that.
I
But do you
believe that
think
too.
that Lisa's going to try to walk that back to try to get back with, because Larsa's a good ally for her at the end of the day, or no?
probably, I think Lisa just wants peace, but I think that if they keep attacking like Jody unnecessarily, which I really think that's so unfair, because he's a super nice, solid guy, and whatever, she's little, but she's like mighty. Like, she will not be quiet. Like, Lisa will say her piece.
Yeah, Lisa's a good housewife. I think she knows.
I do too. I think
She knows how this works.
Yeah.
And you got to give her credit for that. Any other lingering thoughts about Miami before we move on? I feel like it's.
Well, I want to know who you think will the real narcissist please stand up?
I think the biggest narcissist on that show is hands down Larsa.
Same.
Like, obviously Lisa is a narcissist.
I would agree with that.
But, like, I feel like Lisa is an unthreatening narcissist, where I
Because
feel
it's like
Larsa's-
self-absorbed.
Yes.
Yeah.
She just loves herself, and she's like, oh my God, like, I'm so great. But I don't feel like she's malicious. Larsa's malicious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
agree with that.
She's vindictive. Like even how Larsa was, handling that crazy game they played. Like, I cannot believe they played that game with the red flags.
I love that.
She just would walk directly to Lisa's every single time without fail. That's just what she did after.
Yeah.
Like, it's all retaliation, basically.
She's also petty.
Yeah,
Like,
Petty Pippin.
Not giving her moment at the fashion show and taking the picture with the designer.
Which is part of what makes her a good housewife, but it would be
Yeah.
impossible to be friends with her in that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you think that red flags game, like, that was Heather Gay coded? Like, Heather Gay has brought us so many games that are so terrible that we should never be playing. Like, let's all show the worst text we've sent about somebody in the group. Like,
that was horrible.
I love it
Horrible.
so much. I want to go to a party where this is happening.
It's it can only happen on Salt Lake City or Miami, really.
Yeah.
I think like Marisol saying, "Who here do you trust the least?" Famously, like those, like that wouldn't work on Beverly Hills. That wouldn't work.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that, like that. Even like Atlanta, they don't really play that
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
They
It's
won't
just
play
like it's.
If Ace goes that he would love a show like that, we would have to have like paramedics standing by with like oxygen if anybody says anything bad about him. So
Yeah, no, like, I couldn't be included in it.
A sensitive
Oh, okay.
soul, a sensitive
Yes.
where we started this episode. A very
Yeah, I
sensitive.
couldn't be
Yes.
included,
Yes.
but I would love to watch it go down.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
Okay.
And I wouldn't
was-
mind reading mine, but I just wouldn't want anyone to read
Got it.
theirs and help me.
Got it. Anna's rolling her eyes. Okay.
Every person would be like, "Oh, we're skipping Ace. Okay, hang on, let me find another one." It's like, "Oh,
I'm
shit.
dead.
Now I need to
dead.
know."
Did you guys watch the first part of the Atlanta reunion?
Yes.
I didn't.
So you didn't. So Ace, what did you think? I feel like it was fine. I feel like, but Britt not being there just sort of took all the air out of the room.
I feel like we're gonna catch our speed back at part 2
With Charles.
I feel like part 1 was tricky because she wasn't there, and I feel like everyone was, especially I feel like Kelly was ready to come and like, let's have this out.
Yeah.
You know? But I feel like by part 2 we'll be fine.
Yeah.
I feel like right now I'm really stressed about the Shamia Portia situation.
Because you want them to be friends.
It's just like that to me. Like, I think especially because Shamia was on the show, but not on the show for so long. We saw them have a genuine friendship that had no other underlying like reason to it. And now I'm like, fuck, like this show.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. And I feel like I honestly see both sides of it, because I see how Shamia, she wants this moment and Portia isn't really being fully supportive of it. But also if you're Portia, like the dynamic of your friendship for 10, 15 years has been this lopsided friendship that has benefited her. Like, and so like for it to flip overnight, even though I think that Portia in her heart of hearts wants Shamia to have this moment, it's hard for her to adjust to that. You know what I mean? Like that's
right.
You know,
I thought that when I started watching it, and I thought that that this imbalance of power, it was something that Portia had come to. She got used to that, and then now like we're on the same level, and I think it's making her a little uncomfortable.
And I think understandably so, but she needs to get there. Otherwise, it's a really bad look for her.
She does.
You know what I mean?
It is, right.
Yeah.
I think had Portia still been with Simon and living that life, she would have allowed Shamia to have more of her moment. But I think
interesting.
I think now, because she's like, well, I'm going through a shit time, I don't want to put you in this like nice light. You don't get to be in a great spot. And don't you find it so wild that like Portia can sit right next to Phaedra and we can act like we did not have that reunion from hell where all hell broke loose. Like I love that about Housewives, is that like we do the worst shit to each other and then it's like, give it a little time, we're back to besties.
Like, I don't see it possible to stay mad at Phaedra.
Me too.
Phaedra is just magic to me.
And also like I also just think that like, and this is probably controversial to certain people who don't feel this way, but like I feel like Portia, she paid for her crime. She was off TV for years and years and years, not getting that paycheck, and she had to wait till Candy stepped off the throne, basically, and like that to me is the she was punished. You know, it's not like she wasn't punished for what she did. Exactly, I believe in maybe not redemption, but like getting another chance.
Casey and Danielle of Bitch Sesh, they said it best. They were like, when obviously we were rooting, we were like, we need Phaedra gone. Absolutely. She's terrible. And then they're like, give it a little time. They're like, come on, guys. Like, who was wanting her gone? And
right. Like, did you watch The Traitors?
So come on. We're all so fickle.
so fickle.
Phaedra is like the most fun person. And I've gotten to know her well, because at one time Phaedra was considering to be my co-host on this thing. Yeah. Well, because, she was a lawyer and I thought at first, but then I found Ace the lawyer and it was like, but, we've talked a lot and she's just funny like that in real life. She is. And by the way, she is Andy's absolute favorite housewife.
I believe
Number one.
Really? You think number
one of the women? No. Oh my God. He will die for Phaedra. It's his favorite person. If you see his face when she's there, he lights up. If anybody says one negative thing about her, even if she's not there, he's like, okay, whatever. He will not lean into it. And then the boy that he loves is Shep. You think
Shep's the number one boy for Andy? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Number one guy in this group.
Huh.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And that whole thing that you were talking about, just to go, compare it to Miami. If Marisol became a full-time housewife, I don't know how comfortable Alexia would be with that.
Oh, I
think you're correct.
That's
a really good call out.
Situation.
Yeah, that's a really good call out.
Same situation. Yeah.
Wow. Because Alexia's not out here advocating for it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, she's not. She's not.
She could be saying it in interviews and she doesn't say it.
Honestly, I feel like it's probably the whole like Demi Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Sorry, Demi, where she's like, they probably go to Alexia and they're like, hey, we're thinking of making Marisol full time. And they're like, why don't we just cut her down and give me more money?
Right. 100%. 100%.
So, that's a really good point.
Do you love Secret Lives of Mormon?
Oh, I'm injected into my veins. I would watch 50 episodes of it. Like literally.
Honestly, like I want to bring my laptop. I want to sit at the stupid soda shop and just lay there and watch that.
They unlocked something with that show, and like they somehow were able to make a show about influencers interesting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like everyone always talks about, don't fucking cast the influencers on these shows. Like they just want to be famous. Sorry. watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives and tell me that's not a good reality show about influencers because sorry.
And tell me that we need to continue breaking the fourth wall because it's like
totally.
The fight is about the
contract. Make Alexia and Marisol's fight about contract negotiations and
right.
Go get the ratings fucking bonanza.
It's so funny because breaking the fourth wall was so taboo back in the day, and now we love that because
we love
who are you fooling? We know it's a show.
Yeah,
because
the
of
audience
social
has gotten
media.
smarter. Yeah, totally.
Well, and because of social media that gives us so much. So I would love to see more of that.
Yeah.
I feel like when even if I just hear a producer off to the side, I get a little titillated. I'm just like, there we go. Or if the second I see a boom, I'm wet. Like I'm fully just like, here we go. We're gonna see something.
I think one of the first times we saw that was when Joanna and Adriana's
fight
got into the fist fight, and all the producers were trying to get out of the way, and the camera guys, and I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? It was so sudden.
So sudden.
We like to see that.
The old days of Jersey.
Yeah.
Old days. Oh yeah, you get that too. Wow. I mean that party, what was it like the lingerie? What was it called?
Yeah. Yeah. It was a lingerie party to benefit. No, to benefit. Because this is the thing. Because Ace tells me, why didn't you wear lingerie? I didn't wear lingerie out of freaking respect. The thing was for Susan Komen Foundation. To benefit Susan Komen Foundation. How tone deaf is that?
That's Lisa, though. That's what we love about Lisa.
I know,
so
but
wild.
Let's do this for women who've had double mastectomies and show big boobs created by the boob gods in all their glory. It's like,
so wild. Let's have a fist fight at the Susan G. Komen Foundation fundraiser.
Honestly,
it's so crazy.
It was crazy.
Beautiful television.
You just can't make this shit up, you guys. You just really can't make this shit up.
You can't.
Gibson, how excited are you for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City?
When that little teaser popped up with the flowers coming out of the snow.
Did you have to shut the blinds behind you?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you were like, I can't be doing this right here, right now.
Do you think there'll be any cast changes or promotions?
On Salt Lake?
Mm-hmm.
Specifically,
shut up, Ace. We're not allowed to say anything.
I'm not saying. No, I was just gonna say we had Brittany Bateman on our show, and I'm like,
okay.
I was like, who's the friend?
Woman.
I like Brittany as a friend. I think that she is a good friend of the show. I think that she's actually somebody that if you maybe gave her a snowflake, she would lean into it in all the wrong ways. I think we are somebody that she's somebody that we laugh at, not with, I think.
Yeah.
And like, I think that she doesn't totally understand the joke, and that's what makes her so delicious.
Well, be careful because Ace would die for her too.
And I love Brittany. I think she's great, but I like her role.
Before last season, I was like, God, like she's too much. And then we had her on Reality Court, and I saw her completely differently. I am in love with this woman. I would love to sit down for her. I would do whatever it takes. Like, put her in the center for me now and move Heather Gay out. Like, I used to die for Heather Gay. I thought if Joseph Smith came down and was like, I am taking Heather Gay and putting her on a celestial planet because she's not allowed to be here anymore, I would say, I volunteer
tribute. Okay.
Yes, because we're not touching Heather Gay. And now I'm like, take her. I'm done.
Okay, so
I know it's one of those cliches about like you lose weight and then suddenly it changed her.
Yeah.
It changed her. But I do understand that too.
Mm-hmm. No, totally. I think I always talk about with Heather, I feel like so much of how she behaves on the show is explained by like how she was in high school and that's how she was like accepted or not accepted. And like, I think that explains so much. And now she's sort of she is the cool girl, and
she's feeling herself, man.
Totally.
She really is.
So fun when she was willing to laugh at the cool girls, but then she got the invite to the table and it's like, oh,
she can't let it go.
It's Catty Heron. It was like we had this whole plan to sabotage Regina, and then she got sucked in, and she's just like, oh my God. Also, Anna's never.
Oh God, I knew it. I knew this was coming.
What did you say?
She's never seen Mean Girls.
Anna.
Right.
I think you should do it for Reality Court. You guys should do almost like a live stream or like I don't know, do a Patreon, like some sort of thing where you react to it for the first time.
It's so insane.
That's good.
It's so funny. I told them
Your
yesterday.
daughters never showed it to you or anything?
They Watched it, but I didn't,
Wow.
I watched all of Gossip Girls like not long ago, but they would watch all
That
the
doesn't
time, and
even
I didn't
touch
know.
Mean Girls.
Mean
Brittany
Girls
Haynes
is
was on the
90
podcast.
minutes. You need to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Brittany
Yeah.
Haynes.
Oh, I was so grateful because she was like, I tell Anna, like, this is insane. And she's like, you're stupid. But then Brittany says it and it's like, it's got some validity now.
Sure.
Now Gib's insane. Like, we're
And also,
all
like,
saying,
honestly,
grow
Anna,
up.
like, I quote that movie every day, probably. Like,
Yeah,
like,
so does
like,
he. I'm gonna-
yeah, it's like the touchstones there's everywhere. Like, I feel like you would understand it so much more. I don't know. I
We're
recommend
gonna
you
make a
watch it.
deal. I'm gonna watch that, but Ace has to watch Scarface.
that doesn't seem like it's going to help me much in life.
I think you should
It
watch
will
it at the
make
same
you
time
understand
and live
Miami in
text
the
each
80s.
other. There we go. Oh
Absolutely,
my God.
that would be so fun.
Well, Ace and Anna, this is so much fun. I love chatting with you guys. You have the best dynamic.
Oh my God, you're
And
awesome.
again, people who want more of this, which they should, go listen to Reality Court. How often do you guys put out new episodes?
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
Tuesday,
Twice a
Thursday.
week. Got it. And part of the Herdat family. Anything else you guys
Yes.
want to plug before we sign off?
No, I just want people to know, like, if
Here
you
we go.
listen to Gibson's podcast, but you don't follow him on Instagram, and you want a little eye
He's
candy.
a beautiful man.
Oh my God, this man, guys.
I'm
You know
hanging
what? No, I don't know your dating life, but it's like, I hope that your DMs are always exploding. You deserve that, I think.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're
you.
welcome.
That's so
The,
funny.
DM, the,
And
DM,
Ace-
the DMs are active. The DMs are active,
Good.
including from you.
Yes. Oh, of course. Yeah. And then, like,
There you go.
be like, obviously, go for it. I do want to ask you something because I've been curious. You really stepped into the limelight this year. Your face was exploding on our television screens.
Oh, the
Has
Valley.
it changed you as a human being? Like, do you go outside and there's just cameras everywhere and it's like, please, guys, respect my privacy. Like, the paps are everywhere. Like,
It's hard. It's hard.
You're gonna go to BravoCon and they're gonna swarm you.
I have to use back entrances now,
Yes.
and yeah, I use like deep fake people. I hire people, and they go out one way, I go the other, and it's just
like
I think
decoys.
we had to shut
Yeah,
the
exactly.
blinds for that too, because and it wasn't just 1 week. We got
they
two
used it twice.
in
It was a
row.
flashback as well. Yes, it was
Oh.
wild. Yes,
They
It
didn't
was-
put your face up there for the flashback, but they did.
listen.
Yeah, it's so funny because Pat says, "Oh, you're doing Gibson. He's big. He's big." And it's like, okay.
How much more sex did you get after that premiered?
Ace, you'd be shocked to know that it did not change the sex life. It just didn't.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
I think I imagine you.
The Valley is
go
a
into,
very
like,
straight show. The Valley is a very straight show. It's not necessarily like
Okay.
my core demographic in the dating world.
Gotcha. Right.
You
You remember when Bethany Frankel tried to go in that store and they were like, "No"? I imagine that you walked up and they were like, "Gibson Johns, come on
come into
in."
Chanel.
Like,
Come into Chanel.
Yes.
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 I'm on the list. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. All thanks to
I think-
Janica Perna. Yeah, exactly.
I and that's why you love her. You're like, she brought me here. She brought me
It's
into
not.
the light.
It's not even that, but I do think
Respect
that
her
like
craft.
when you. No, it's more like when you do interview or talk to somebody, it does it humanizes them on a certain level.
Yes.
Like it does change the way you talk about them, and I acknowledge that. And that doesn't mean that I'm like obsessed with her or stan her necessarily. It just means I feel like I have a slight more appreciation for her as an actual human being, and then most of the audience does.
And it happens to our listeners too. I mean, we've had people on and people say you made me like this person, who they completely disliked before.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
Are you ever worried that the men working on the roof going up, they're actually
my God.
paparazzi?
That's actually such a good question, Ace.
Yeah.
I never thought of it.
After we hang up, I'm going to open that window and see what happens.
You're gonna see me up there. I'm gonna be trying to get pictures and stuff because I don't know. You blew up, man. I couldn't
But
believe
listen,
it.
in New York, there's an apartment 100 feet across the street. I see things, they see things. We just kind of, it
Do
is
you
what
see
it
a lot
is.
of naked people?
I've seen,
Do you see people having sex?
yeah.
I want to move to New York immediately. Immediately. Like, my wife and I, if we stay at a hotel in a city, we spend 3/4 of our trip just watching
Just
people out the
looking.
window.
Yeah, it's a fun
we
game.
live in the suburbs. We don't see that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we go to the city. And I'm like, holy shit! Like
Yeah,
this is
there's a
what
lot to
people
see.
get to live their life like. Yeah,
Yeah, no
it's a good time.
privacy. Yeah, no privacy.
This is what happens when you live in Peoria, Arizona.
Don't come from Peoria. Oh,
Call it out. Call it out. Call it out.
Gibson, I love you.
I love you
keep
guys
up with the
too.
thirst
We do
traps.
love you. Yes. Thank you
Yeah,
so
you
much
guys
for
are the
having
best.
us.
And we'll do it again. We'll do it again soon.
Yes.
All right.
We're
Bye,
Thank you.
guys. Thanks so much.
I want to gab.